Racing for Recovery Thursday night meeting. We're going to get rolling. All right. Boy, I better put my glasses on. I can't see anything anymore. Thank you for attending the Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting. We are focused on maintaining a drug-free and healthy lifestyle. Since 2001, our open forum meeting welcomes parents, adolescents, recovering individuals, and anyone who supports our mission. Your suggestions, comments, or ideas are welcome to make our meetings the best they can be. The Racing for Recovery Support Group meeting is a cutting-edge alternative to what is currently offered. By combining substance abusers, families, friends, and the public at large, we have created an environment that is beneficial to everyone who has been affected by alcohol and drug addiction. We start at 6:30, so please be on time. Please turn off your cell phones, and please only one person speaks at a time. We will sign anything that needs to be signed, and Matt is here tonight to sign any autographs that needs to be signed as well. So we got that going for us. Honesty is required. Feel free to share your comments and points of view on how substance abuse has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity. And I think I'd like to put in there, can we drop the slander on Facebook and social media as well? That's not real cool. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us, except for right now because you're on live stream around the world. However, be mindful, this is a live stream and it's open to Racing for Recovery members around the globe. But if you are unaware that we are doing that, you can sit up front along the walls here and no one can see you. But personally, I want them to see you and I want them to hear what you have to say because that's what you're here to do. Please refrain from getting up and leaving during the meeting while it's in progress. And always, if you're going to litter, do it in one of our trash cans. And I'm glad nobody smokes or vapes anymore. The world's a better place because of that, right? So, all right, who has our lifestyles of recovery?
I do.
Go ahead.
Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. Number 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. Number 2, wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse, such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. Number 3, using resources such as friends, family, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, and music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. Number 4, finding balance and working towards making it a part of everyday life. Number 5, building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. Number 6, understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. Number 7, lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. Number 8, learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovered individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. Number 9, recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyles as challenges to triumph over. Number 10, caring for our personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality is a source that we use our sense of worth. That we use for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health and all those who are affected by addiction.
Awesome. Okay. Is there anybody here for their first ever Racing for Recovery meeting tonight? Right now. Do either one of you have a favorite Van Halen song? Do you know who they are?
Yeah, I know of them, yeah.
Okay, you have to sing one song of theirs, that's it. Totally messing with you. So I'm doing that for a number of reasons. It's good to be back here, but let's have some humor tonight, man. If you haven't laughed today, hopefully we can get some of that going tonight. So here's what we do at Racing for Recovery. Everybody's going to get an opportunity to loudly and profoundly introduce yourself. And what do we want to do tonight? Yeah, I just want to know how Racing for Recovery can help you. Why did you come here tonight? If you need some help, what can we do for you? But here we don't refer to ourselves as addicts and recovering alcoholics and all that stuff. If you need to say that for your own sanity, please go ahead and do it. But we're more interested in your name, who you are as a person, and how this awesome program of ours that's been going since 2001 can be of service to you tonight. Matt, go ahead.
I'm Matt, and I'm here because it's all about choice, empowerment, and health.
I'm Frank, and the reason I'm here is a place I found that works.
That's it? You're
And
good.
it's helped me find myself.
Awesome.
I'm Caddy. I'm here because you guys already have helped me. So I'm gonna keep coming because it worked.
Cool.
Tori, and I keep coming around here because I'm still working on replacing detrimental habits with more beneficial habits in my life. So changing my lifestyle is still something that I'm working on a daily basis.
Do you have anything significant on Monday going on?
I should be employed here.
That's what I like to hear. Looking forward to it. Mark, go ahead.
I'm Mark. This place not only saved my life, but it's given me a whole new life and perspective on my life.
And don't you work here as well?
Well, you know, a couple days a week.
We're actually paying you for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Good checks in the mail, right?
Right.
Hi, I'm Carisha, and being here has made my life manageable because before it was unmanageable.
Carisha,
Yes.
how long have you remained drug and alcohol free?
It'll be 2 years on February the 1st.
Babs?
I'm Babs. This place has done unimaginable things that I've never believed would happen. It's just like a whole new lifestyle that I never knew I had the capabilities in me when I first got here at day one compared to the success I have now.
Awesome.
Completely happy with it.
I'm Claudia, and being here is helping me heal, and it's also helping me learn how to live a very healthy, sober lifestyle.
Awesome. Wolfman Jack.
I'm Tom. This place taught me to love myself again and afforded me the tools to remain sober for the past 17 months.
All right.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Love. Yeah, right.
I'm Brandon. Today's a week being here, and I know that may sound like a real short period of time, but I've already learned so much and so much about myself, and being able to open up more people. And the reason I'm still here is because I've tried other recovery centers, and this one just seems to already be helping me more than I would have thought in a week time period. So I'm really happy to be here.
Me too. Can you give us one thing that you've learned here?
Well, I suffer from depression, and today we did a little drawing thing that kind of made me understand it a little bit more. I'm a very happy, outgoing, fun-loving person, but that depression will just kind of appear out of nowhere sometimes. And with the drawing, it made me understand it a little better. I still don't understand where it comes from, but it definitely opened up my mind a little more.
Cool. Right on. Good stuff. Joey.
I'm Joey, and I'm here because you guys showed me how to take my power back myself.
Awesome.
I'm Kyle. I'm here because I see a lot of stuff that I want in the time that I've been here, like even from people that have been here shorter times than me. And I don't know, it just seems like there's no like kind of self-limiting vibe A lot of other situations I've been in, it was like, all right, you know, you got this going on, so you can only achieve this much. Just get to that point and just maintain that. To where, I'm just in a lot of other situations I've been in, it was, oh, you're in recovery. How much did you drink? How much were you doing a day? How much this? How much that? So let me gauge where you're at, not just see you as where you're at today, kind of thing.
Wow, right on. Michael Jordan's in the house. Go ahead.
I'm Mark. Registered Recovery done a lot of amazing things for me. First and foremost, it's allowed me to start loving myself again and live.
Nice.
So tonight I'm just here to continue to heal and continue to grow.
Did you ride your bike again tonight?
I did.
Attaboy. All right, go ahead.
I'm Shirley. I'm here to support my other half and to learn new things about recovery that we didn't learn outside of, obviously, this place.
Are you, so you're a family supporter? Can I ask if you've not had an addiction problem? You're just
I have.
You have. So
Yes.
you have both sides?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Cool, welcome.
Thank you.
Sir?
Jake from State Farm. I sell semi-insurance, by the way.
That's awesome. What are you doing here? How do we help you?
It's not so much the name, but it's the people, the ideology, and most of all, the truth that floats around here is giving my heart something to believe in and regain a fire back in my step.
Yeah.
It's giving me life back. No, it hasn't given me life back because I've never truly known what life was. You know what I mean? So it's, everything to me right now is new. It's giving me a bigger hope inside of me.
Hey, we do that here.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're in good hands, right? All right, Justin.
Justin, being here has given me the ability to realize my traumas, heal from them, giving me a safe place to open up and just heal from traumas and love myself.
Right on. Ryan, we'll go back this way.
My name is Ryan, and one of the things that racing has taught me and is continually teaching me is how to find joy and happiness in sobriety.
You mean one thing that you're joyous about?
I'm joyous about? Well, I enjoy being able to work and you know, earn my way through life without having to depend on other people.
So I'm going to ask you this. Is it the changes that we've made with respect to the whole work thing and stuff, I can assume from your response that those have been helpful to you then?
Well, it's twofold, right? I came a little earlier, and I didn't have to necessarily do that in the beginning, so I got a little time to kind of work on myself and sit down and figure me out before I had to, but it all worked out when it needed to for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but I enjoyed both sides of that.
So one more thing, give somebody who's new any, I don't like saying advice, but any educational things that you think they would benefit from your experiences of being here longer that they may not have to have before they go to work. So somebody who doesn't have the opportunity to stay here as long as you did initially,
Right.
that is going back to work, what can you offer them that can help them in that?
Well, it's not going to hurt them. I mean, it's really all the same. Because I can still do the same things that I did with a job.
Yep.
Right. So, and we all need to find our self-worth, and part of that is working and, you know, paying your own way and
You're good.
feeling
That
good
works.
about yourself, right? That's just one of the things that we do.
Right on. Kyle, go ahead.
Kyle, I'm here because I know I got a purpose in life. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Tom.
I'm here for two reasons. One is growth. I've grown more
11 months than I have in 11 years.
Wow.
And, you know, growth is my drive, you know. And I just passed my 11 months on the 19th. I never want to say how many months I was here or how much time, you know, but I'm happy and proud of the work I put in, you know. And number two is, I've never said it before, but support. I was so angry about looking at other people for support, thinking that that's where I should get it, and it was making me forget about where the support was coming from, and I wasn't appreciating it. And yeah, so the support that I'm getting now is I'm trying to really be grateful for and see it as a true blessing. You know, it comes in sometimes ways that you don't, you know, you just don't know. But you expect it from certain people, you know. And yeah, so self-awareness is working as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
My name's Larry. I'm here to support my friend Heather. You know, at different times she's referred to me as a dear friend, or a coach, or a grandpa to Z. There might be a couple of four-letter ones in there too. You know,
Depending on how many miles I'm in the race.
yeah, depending on what mile she's on, but
Awesome. First time here?
A couple other times.
Okay. Nice to see you. Right on. Heather?
I'm Heather. I'm here because this is my home. It's where I was born, and I love this place with my entire heart, and I intend to honor it every day of my life, you know, and I think loyalty is huge, you know, being loyal to your sobriety and loyal to the people in your life that stand for you every single day is as important as love, right? That's what I think. And
Well
that's-
said.
yeah.
When is your big 100-mile running race?
The 100-mile will be in September. We have what I'm going for, a 24-hour with Z this weekend. It's Christmas in July. We will hopefully make 62.
Unbelievable.
No pain.
The
No
range will
seizures
still
either.
do it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we'll be
matter.
all right. We're gonna be all right.
That's awesome. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Sarah Scott. I'm here because recovery and sobriety has to be number one in my life.
It is good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah, right on.
I'm Brian. I'm here because I want to practice a new way of living.
Right on, Brian. Troy, go ahead.
Troy, I'm here because I'm not quite there. Racing has given me something I gave away with my family, and I'm getting it back through you guys. You guys are my family. Support me, not judge me. I love it for that.
Awesome.
I just love to be here.
Adam.
I'm Adam. I love everything about this place. I love listening to these introductions, what everybody has to say. Stuff that Jacob said gives me goosebumps. And it's cool just getting to be a part of that every day and on these Thursday nights.
I'm Amanda. I'm here because this is my home. It's where I belong. I'm blessed enough that I get to come here every day and learn and grow and watch magic happen every day.
My name's Sheila, and I'm I guess family support, and I really agree with what they say. And I have had a privilege of hanging out with the people in this room and other people that have been in racing and they're gone from racing. But I'll tell you, these people in this room have so much energy and positives that they just give out all the time. I am privileged to have spent time with these people out of these walls in the community, and most of the time people don't even know we're racing for recovery. We're just people in the community, and that's beautiful.
Adam, also Adam. I'm here because a lot of you guys know what's recently happened, and I'm pretty heartbroken, and I'm real confused over what's happened.
And I thought it was democratic, but it's not. About red. It's better for me to be here today right now than sitting at home brooding. That's all I got right this moment.
Glad you're here, man. Go ahead, young lady.
Yeah, I come to these meetings to support my loved ones.
Do you have a name?
Anna.
Glad you're here. Felix.
I'm Felix. This is my second time here in Racing Recovery. I'm glad I had the opportunity to come back. I'm here to forge my potential and uproot it in the right direction. That's why I'm here. That's why I chose to come back. I had a taste of it, and I allowed myself and poor choices to take another direction. But I chose to follow this course again.
Awesome. Glad you're here, man. Go ahead.
My name is Ashley. I'm back at Racing to Recovery again too. I chose to go back out, and now I'm back because this one, it really helped me last time, but I wasn't ready then, and now I'm ready now.
Awesome. I like how you said choice in there a couple times. That's good. Glad you're back. You're welcome here. Yeah.
Hi, Stephanie. It's my first Thursday off in a while, so we just spent it supporting camaraderie.
Nice hat.
Thanks.
You like that?
Tiger.
Scott.
I'm Scotty. I'm here. I just needed a new focus, and I found it here 5.5 months ago, and I don't know. I've never been happier. So
Nice.
thank you.
You're welcome. Good to see you here. Erica.
I'm Erica. I'm here because I want to continue to grow and just stay happy and continue to love myself.
How long you been here?
I've been here a year, but I've been sober for 19 months.
Why haven't we had your picture in front of the icon?
Because I've been trying to avoid that.
Okay. All right. That's
and I've
great.
done a really good job of it.
That's awesome. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Grab Scott first.
Oh, yeah.
Green shoes, your glasses might need washed.
Right,
green shoes. Scott.
We missed Scott? Scott. You missed me. Wow. How do you feel that we just skipped right over it?
What?
And I wear the color of the shoes. That's how much I love racing. I wear the shoes.
We just skipped right over you.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you feel slighted now? I mean, what's going on?
Actually, no, I don't.
Okay, good. You shouldn't.
I'm good with that. I got saved for last, so that means I must be something. Last.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't know what
It's okay.
happened. I'm old.
I'm here at racing because this place is freaking awesome. It works. There's nothing but mad love here.
Yeah.
Mad energy. Mad knowledge. And just, I mean, I don't even know how to say it. Just like the bond of so many people. It's like everybody gives everybody a hug like all the time, just by staring at everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, because this place is that magical.
Awesome. Right on. Okay.
I think that was good.
That was good. That was worth it.
worth the wait. I'm Emily, and I'm here because this is where not only mine, but other people's families are built. And I love that we say this all the time, you never have to leave. Your role just kind of changes. And watching Tori and Caddy and their family grow here is just one of my favorite things to do and see and be a part of. So thanks, guys.
I'm Todd. I'm glad to be sitting up here again. It's been a couple months, I think, since I've been here. Love seeing everybody, the new folks that came in here. If you're watching for the first time, thanks for tuning in. I'm here because I belong here. And it's just good to be back here for a while. It's good. And I'm proud to be sitting up here with these two guys because it's been I think 8 and 10 years between the two of them. Been a long time, and it's good that we haven't sat up here.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, so this is cool. We're kind of going back to where this thing got started on many levels. So it's going to be a good night tonight. So, okay, who has, what do we do now? Dee's poem. Who has the answer?
I do. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me, each step overwhelms me, each breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding, smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Okay, before we get started, quick announcement that took almost 22 years to say, but I don't know if you guys saw this on my own personal stupid Facebook page, which I wish would go away, but we proudly own this building as of yesterday. Yeah, that feels really cool. So why am I talking about that? A, I want the community to know the facts as usual, so we now own it. It took us 15 years to get into this building, and in those 15 years, Racing for Recovery was nothing but a program of service. We didn't collect money, we didn't get grants, we didn't pass the hat. We did this pro bono for 15 years before we got this building and turned it into the business that it is successfully today. So taking 15 years to get an opportunity to have a building donated to us that we could use until we could buy it, that took another 6 years. So why am I talking about that? That's called perseverance, which is tattooed on my arm. So when I heard things like from Mr. Green Shoes over here, because we're changing your name to that, by the way,
Mr. Green Shoes.
I love this. He said, there's knowledge here. So I want to talk about knowledge a little bit and showing some of my improved self-esteem. We've written 3 books here. Here's one of them. This is another one. Okay? There's a movie. There's another 4th book that's coming. Why am I talking about that? No, I don't want to sit there and brag that I have a book. That's not what that's about. There's clinical information in here from licensed, educated people who have sustained sobriety for a long, long time. Use it. That's the knowledge part. The energy, you're going to get that every day in this place. There is nothing that has changed, hindered, altered the energy and the love since day one, since this thing was started, and since the day one of our first ever support group meeting. It's the same thing. Back to choice. You have a choice every time you come in here what you're going to do with what you get here. And that either is going to dictate the kind of life that you came here to get, or unfortunately, it'll put you in the ground. Which one do you want to do? Because that's up to you. If you do this, I and Racing for, we don't want the credit for it. We didn't do it. You did it. If you choose not to do this, that is not our fault. And I or we are no longer going to take the blame for your fuck up. Ever. We're not. So don't do it. You don't do it, it's not our fault. You do it, don't give us the credit. Give yourself the credit. How about that for some energy? So, I want to talk about perseverance. What does it take? What does it consist of? What does it feel like? How have you done it? What, by doing it for a consistent period of time, how has that shown somebody else to do it for themselves? So let's talk about perseverance and really what that word means and what comes from it, because I've given you a variety of examples of that right now tonight. Babs.
Yeah, I just,
you know, you were talking about us doing it. When I first got here, I did not know what it was that I was searching for, what was wrong, what I needed to look at. Everything started to mold me. And so I saw the progression week after week after week. So with the staff here, with others that were in here prior to me and just watching them grow, you know, that's where the perseverance just was like, I want that, and I want that, and Todd's got this, I want that, I don't want to lose, I use your things and stuff like that. The momentum started at 4:30 in the morning when I first got here, and it ended at like 8:30 at night. It was just constant, and it was just wonderful. And you know, this place will keep you together with exercise, energy, and food, but the knowledge part, that's the difference that I obtained, because that's something, everything about me now, I didn't know about. But this perseverance that was just embellished into me by focusing, it just kept going. And it still keeps going today, you know. It's always something to learn. I know that, you know. It's when I was a mistake. I know to, you know, look at it, clear it up, and move on. Show others that are getting here what I've done, where I'm at, you know, and do what I did and act as an example for others. And that's perseverance I use today. You know, you said 2 years the other day. I've been here almost a year and a half. Same thing. But you know, no. But the fun thing is every day, it's a great day to wake up and be a part of this. You know, the energy and everything Green Shoes explained, you know, it's all wrapped up in here, and you know, it's just a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, we're rolling.
Right.
When I first came back and stuff like that, I didn't know really what perseverance was and stuff like that. So what I did this time around that I may not have done the first time is I started taking notes and listening, you know, and stuff like that. And then, you know, my peer support, my community and stuff like that. Hey, Frank, have you tried this? You know, and just listening, taking some good advice from people who's been here longer than me and stuff like that. It let me know that I am worth it. I do deserve it. I don't have to settle for what I was settling for. There's more out there for me. And that's what gave me the initiative and the drive to keep going.
Right on. Right on.
Jake.
Perseverance for me, I don't really think shows its light at its most potential until the going gets tough for me specifically. At first, when I first got here, I was earning this ideology that I was an addict. I'm always going to be an addict. And I believed it. I really did. And I hid behind it. I used it as a scapegoat consistently and constantly to go back out and use. You know what I mean? And the essence of perseverance for me now is, you know, like it starts out and it shows every day in my life. You know what I mean? Instead of waking up and, man, this sucks, I gotta get up at 5:30, I'm grateful to be able to have a job. I'm grateful to be driving a semi. I'm grateful, you know what I mean? It's my entire, everything's shifted now, and my perseverance is shown out of my gratitude, I guess, for me personally. You know, it's my entire, it's optimism at its finest. You know what I mean? For me.
Awesome. Quick question. Who in here thinks they don't have perseverance? Good. Because in addiction, we all have perseverance. Right? Has a lack of money or a lack of a ride or a lack of anything ever stopped us from getting any drug we wanted? No. That's perseverance. And when you put that into self-betterment, you're going to get some good stuff out of it. Carry on.
So yeah, perseverance for me, that's that no matter what attitude. Like you come in and you're like, I have this goal of what I want to do or where I want to be, and no matter what, I'm gonna fucking get there. Like, because life's hardships happen. Like, it's not always gonna be easy. Like, there's definitely going to be easy parts along that journey where you're like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, I'm clean, I'm sober, everybody's having fun, the sun's shining. Like, there's definitely gonna be those days, and then there's gonna be those days where it's like, fuck, like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, whether we're locked down with COVID or, you know, with, like, it doesn't matter what comes my way, like, because I learned with that perseverance, like, no matter what, I'm gonna keep going. It's
That's
like,
right.
Like, it makes me think of, I don't know if it's Goodfellas or one of those movies where the guy's like, oh, my grandma died, fuck you, pay me. Like, my car broke down, fuck you, pay me. Like, it doesn't matter, like, that's what I wake up and it's like, oh, my grandma died, like, fuck you, keep going. Like, my car broke down, like, no, fuck you, keep going. Like, it doesn't matter what comes my way, like, because I learned with that perseverance, like, I'm going to achieve my goal. Like, there's nothing, like, if I have that no matter what attitude, like I can set my goals on anything, and I know that I'll get there because there's nothing that's gonna fucking stop me. And like, that perseverance builds character, and that character, like, it's like a snowball effect. Like, just by continuing to do that day in and day out, like, you build confidence in yourself and you build character, and like, and then I don't know. It's like the further you go, the bigger your dreams become, and the you know, the more that you can achieve just by achieving.
Right on. That's good. That's a Goodfellas quote, right, Adam?
Yep.
Yeah, right on. Right? Cool.
For me, perseverance, it sounds like a word, like it's hard to persevere, you know, and it's not really. When I first got here, you know, 18 months ago, back in, you know, January of 21 maybe, and you know, I was resistant. I don't need this. I don't need that. You know, I don't need this class. I don't need that class. You know, and once, eventually, you know, you give in. You know, for lack of a better term, it's not a bad thing. I accepted, you know, what it was. And once you start making good choices and looking in the mirror at yourself, seeing the changes, and your self-esteem goes along with you look good, feel good, want to look better, feel better, you know, and it's a snowball effect. And like Caddy said, just, you know, I mean, you don't give up. It's just, it becomes like, and it's bigger than just me. You know, I see people in this room who were here at the same time I got here, you know, and I feel like not only would I let myself down, I would let them down. I would let Emily down. I would let Matt down. You know, Chelsea, Miss Julie, you know, I feel for me, it's just not an option.
Right.
It is no longer an option. Right. You know, I can't imagine it would even be enjoyable. You know, it would just be misery, I think. You know, so since I've gotten sober, I mean, just good choices lead to great things, and great things lead to a great life, and things are awesome right now for me, and I'm so grateful, so humble, and I'm thankful.
Beautiful. Good stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, already?
Already.
For me, it's digging deeper than using this as the foundation for my future, because I want to use my past as the foundation for my future, because I can use that as a positive. Everything negative that ever happened, I can pick positives out of everything and use that to push me. And I try to remember that even at the darkest time of the night, that's when the stars shine the brightest. So there's always positive in every negative.
Amen. Right on, dude. Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
Perseverance. It's something I've made friends with, for sure. You know, recently there's been hardships with someone, a family member close to me, who went through a lot of healing with me and was affected by some of really going into details, some of the trauma that I had. They were traumatized by the person who came into our lives, but I didn't see the red flags. And I always wished that racing had come along sooner, because that's the major beautiful thing about this place is they teach you to look for the red flags. They help you with the trauma. They help you to heal and to see things much more clearly because you guys are professional. And unfortunately at this time, I found out that this person, because I hadn't heard from them in months, they just don't want anything to do with any of us, any of the people. And they're at a very pivotal point where a lot of the traumas are coming up. All I can do is pray right now. And have faith. But what I will say is that I know for a fact that I will persevere. Absolutely. Because there's nothing that is ever going to stop me from going after my dreams. It doesn't matter when I'm out there this weekend. I might be out there running with a hole in my heart sometimes. You know?
Oh yeah.
But you keep going. You don't stop. You don't give up. You don't, no matter what, you keep going. Because no matter how hard it is, you get to the other side of that eventually. The emotions pass, the hardship passes, and the accomplishments come, and the joy is there. And even though that's hard to deal with someone who's not choosing healing right now, for me, I am, because I'm going after my dreams. And what I see is the fact that these people here have helped me because of how professional, because of how amazing you are to deal with trauma. And I have worked through that, and I'm grateful for it, because when that person comes back to me, I will be stronger than where he left me. And I will be there ready for whatever state he's in, with open arms. And that's what I have because of this place. And I'm so grateful for that. I will never, not one day in my life, not be loyal to the place that gave me that ability to always go. It's not that you're not going to have hardships. It's not that you're not going to have trauma. It's not that you're not going to have shit to deal with. You get up and you deal with it, and people are going to die. And they're going to live too. But you don't let it stop you from living. Sometimes you cry through it, sometimes you laugh through it. That's the beauty of it. You get it all. And if you're lucky, you get a handful of people like this dude that'll sit in a tent in the freezing cold by your side. They'll never leave you. And that's when you know what real loyalty is. That's when you know what real love is. And you'll never abandon it because you will honor it. And that's what I intend to do for the rest of my life. And I'm so thankful because I'm looking at 3 people that changed the course of my life. And the destiny that brought me here was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'll never forget it, not one day. And I want to thank you for what you guys do, because out there, I don't care how long I'm not here for. You guys are in my head and in my heart every day. And I want to thank you for what you do.
It doesn't matter if it's pouring rain for you on this weekend. Just put a jacket on and keep going, right? That's awesome. That's beautiful. There we go. Who's up?
Heather, that was fucking awesome. I'm not even gonna lie, that was fucking awesome. I've always loved hearing you talk, man. Ever since we had that first conversation we had back here in the weight room, like that was fucking great. When I first came here, I had a GD and a DD 214 under my belt as far as accomplishments. 36 years old, like, fuck. But hey, at least I did that much, right? It hasn't done much to serve me at all in life. I was able to face a lot of my own shit about myself, own up to it as well. And the hardest thing I had to learn how to do was hold myself to accountability for everything. And that's still kind of a struggle, like, you know, not to believe my own bullshit sometimes, or even to call myself on it, but I'm able to do it. Because for me, it's my quality of sobriety over my quantity of it. To me, that's the most important thing, is my quality. And that's also something else I learned here. That's the important thing. I'm always going to be grateful to have gone through what I did the way I did, how I had to do it when I was here as a client. Nothing's ever going to change that. I'm always going to be grateful that Luis's sacrifices led to that. Always. I'm not trying to butter nobody's ass. I've always voiced that appreciation. And for those of you who don't know who that is, ask some questions. Fair? Is that fair? Yeah. It's led to this child getting ready to be born in September. My sister's survival, but I've repeated this time and again because it's weird how connected everything is. And I was able to learn how to push through everything I had going on at that time. It's also led me to know that I'm going to be able to, like, while Red's resting in peace, I got to wrestle with my pain along with his family, who is also watching tonight. I'll push through this. I will. I know I have to. My family depends on it. Fuck, we're getting ready to get a house. Like, so I gotta stay focused. It's allowed me to know that not only did I get my preliminary CDCA, I'm now starting my behavioral health certification classes and peer support specialist as well. On top of that, me learning how to persevere myself has led me to know that I don't just need to settle at this. I can keep going to this and this and this and this and this. But more important than that, it's taught me how to keep my own emotions in check as far as old tendencies to say, fuck it, we'll settle it out in court. You know what I mean? That's never healthy. That's never healthy. And a lot of people, and that's really hard struggle too, because a lot of people forget that people in recovery used to be them people all the time. You know what I mean? Bond money or not, people have known to just say, fuck it. I used to be that guy. And it's taught me how to strive and push through all of that. And back to the accountability thing. When it comes to Red, I feel like I could have done more and I should have been there more. You know, for a bit that he started smoking pot again, we sat down with him in his apartment a few times and tried to speak with him about that. And I can rationalize and justify anything more that I can find good reasons and excuses on both sides of that argument for myself. And it just sucks because I'm stuck straddling in the middle. For the sake of my own sobriety, I did have to limit my physical contact with him. I mean, that's how I stay true and persevere in my own sobriety, keep my own family together and intact. We know that has to happen. Plus, he's working third shift, I'm working first. It's hard and you guys know that that's my fucking dude. Like, that guy, I personally feel that the fucking world is way worse without him, honestly. I feel like, and I'm not trying to, like, point fingers and shit on nobody. I'm just saying, like, myself is included in this, that everybody in the room, I feel like we all could have done more as far as support and help him hold himself to accountability as well. Because I feel like this was and we all know it's all preventable.
Yeah.
We all know it is. But at the same time, like, I feel like it was definitely unnecessary. And to have to go into his apartment and pack up all of his things and see him reduced down to things in a box. And then meet with his family to return those. And then in that tote, we all know his father passed away at the beginning of the year. He had a tote full of his father's things. And in that was that stupid little painting I made for him. Some of you know what it is. He had it in there wrapped up with the rest of his stuff. His family allowed me to keep that. So that's pretty fucking cool of him. That makes me feel really good about our quality of friendship that we had. So I'm grateful that we sacrificed led to me knowing that man is a hell of a guy. And he didn't deserve this. He deserved much better. If a Facebook page, if a Facebook post made people think I was going one way with something versus another, it was just a comparative contrast thing. There was no actual defamation being done. And then to walk in tonight and then be approached by a staff member here and said, "Fuck you, bitch," to me by that staff member, which I will be filing a report with the board about that, Mark, over my opinion and viewpoint, which I'm allowed to have. That's all I gotta say, guys. But I feel like Red deserved better, and we should have done better. And there are people in this room here now that were with him when he died. They've been kicking it with him over this whole time and didn't help him one bit. Dominic, I don't see Snoopy here, but I know Kyle Clinder's been there too.
All right.
So
Adam.
that's just accountability. It's about we're told we have to have run an honest program, right, Todd? Be honest, accountable, and stuff like that. We all need to do that. It shouldn't just be one-sided when feelings get mixed in one way or another. I'm holding myself to accountability for not doing enough for him as well. And that's just what it is. And I'm always going to appreciate your mom. I'm always going to appreciate you when you told me not in that room back here to stay. Don't give up. And you taught me how to stay and not give up. I will always give you credit for that. I will always love and respect your family for that. It's led to me having another child. I got home in a program that's giving me my 13-year-old son back finally. And that's because of your mother's sacrifice. It led to all of that. I've never, and I didn't deserve that, Mark.
Who's up?
Hey.
Hi.
For me to have positive perseverance, I need to maintain it in a healthy manner. And what I mean by that is I get to be mindful of my balance, and aware if I'm taking on too much or not enough. So I could be, and Adam said some things that I could relate to about getting to do this and not settling for that. But if I'm taking on too much and not aware of my balance, I don't think that'd be healthy perseverance for me, but not always having a drive, but just being mindful, getting to be mindful and aware of too little or too much. I don't think either one is good, just having an overall good balance in every aspect.
Well said. I'm just listening. Who's up?
Mark.
Perseverance. I definitely know I have that today. Really wasn't going to share today, but this place, what we do here, what is taught here, is so empowering. Like, that's where I started to get my perseverance, When I came back, I told myself I refuse to lose. And, man, there was no doubt in my mind I was going to give it my all. I mean, 110. I fell down once after being
being here for 15 months, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And I wouldn't get out of my head until I figured it out. Well, I had to keep more of an open mind and dig deep to this healing and trauma. And that's what I did. And it's allowed me to see so much more in life, in every area. It's, I can't even really hardly describe it, but today, you know, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get it right and keep it right. I will never stop trying to grow. I will never, ever think that I have any area, whether it be in my awareness, my communication skills, relationship skills, anything that we learn inside these rooms, outside these rooms, I'm always gonna keep an open mind for growth. And like you asked me, did I ride the bike today? You know, there it is. I ain't gonna lie, a part of me really hates it. I'm gonna get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, jump on that bike and ride in the blistering heat and ride 9 miles. And you know, I wake up every morning and I'm feeling it. Like, and I catch myself saying, I can't do this. I can't do this no more. And then I'm like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You got this. You know, and like, it is brutal, especially on the way home. And you think, with it being warm, it wouldn't be windy? Oh my God, the hotter it is, the windier it is, it seems like. And I don't know if it's because I'm coming from out of the White House, but man, that is brutal, you know, but it allows me to stay healthy. Like, I've overcome my diabetes again, I've overcome my hepatitis, my cholesterol, just my whole mental state is in a whole nother world. You know, I don't even really care about lifting the weights too much anymore. I'll get back to it when the time's right, but, you know, this riding the bike there and back, you know, allows me to be able to reflect and process, figure out the whys, and everything anymore in my life. That's what I'm doing. But like, you know, it's finally starting to pay off. Like I said, I'm healthy. I just got all my labs back last week. Liver enzymes are down. Everything's normal. A1C is at the lowest it's been in probably my whole life, 6%. I'm killing it in that aspect. I think I'm really doing a terrific job healing. You know, being able to figure out the whys and everything because of that. You know, and it gives me more motivation and more drive, more determination to keep going. I reinstated my license last week. I'm valid. You know, I set goals and I'm after them. But I'm not going to stop riding that bike neither. I've been looking for a car, but I kind of been dragging my feet a little bit because I don't want to stop my exercise. You know, that's where I get it. You know, I get a lot of my healing on that bike. You know, that's how bad I want it. You know, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And on them days that I say I can't do it, you know, I just keep that thought in my mind, like, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And I've always been a firm believer on that. Like, I don't care how rough it gets. A few months back, you asked me why I kept going when it started dumping rain on me halfway to work. Could have turned around and went back. Perseverance, man, I want it. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get my mind, my body, and my soul pure again. You know, I really want this. And like, all this stuff here that we learn and do, and all my peers around here, like, that empowers me. And that gives me that one, man. You especially like Amanda and Adam, you know. I started in this program with them back in March of 2020. And I want what they got, you know. I'm so proud of them. And I love it. I'm proud of everybody.
Beautiful. Good stuff. We got 2 more and we're at 7:30, but everybody gets to talk, so go ahead.
Kyle?
Yeah. I more or less wanted to like propose a question, I guess, or like an idea. If there's like different levels of perseverance. The therapist that got me into recovery used to always say to me, how bad would things have to get for you to change? And so it's kind of like, I guess what I'm sitting here thinking about is like, if you're just maintaining where you're at, like, is that perseverance, or does there need to be like progress for perseverance? Kind of like what you were saying at the start, where like when we were in addiction, we persevere to get to that store, to get to that next bag, whatever. So I guess it's like, is perseverance kind of like a neutral thing, and it's important like what you're persevering through or persevering towards, or is like just perseverance in general like a good thing? Like if I'm just doing something today because it's what I did yesterday, and I'm just like being inert more or less, like is that perseverance, or does it like, does there need to be progress, I guess, for it to be perseverance, or you're just maintaining something? I don't know, just what I've been sitting here like mulling over.
That's a good question. Let me, Smiley's up? Or
No,
Smiley?
Ryan.
Oh, no.
And that's
Emily.
my name, but this is Ryan.
I can't see. Go, you could probably answer that, but if not, I'll add to it. That's a good question.
I think you broke the 2-minute rule, though. You're not supposed to ask questions in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I guess
we're-
we'll let you slide.
right.
I'm kidding.
That's good. I like it. I thought that's Smiley.
My handwriting sucks. Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to say a quick little story about where my perseverance started. Kind of funny. It was back in November, my very first live meeting. I sat in here scared, nervous, right? And you start going around asking everybody the questions, and then you get to me, and I was like kind of frozen in the moment, and I didn't know what to say, so I kind of said something like kind of book answer. I was like, I'm open-minded and willing to do whatever it takes for my sobriety. And you looked at me so serious, and you're like, we'll see.
Now that's an ending.
Just ask you another question there. Okay? You got it easy that night, right? That's great. All right. Was I sober that night? Okay.
That was awesome, and I think it's cool, Kyle. Your question, kind of like when I wrote Smiley down for my name. I feel like maybe it might be some insight, because I feel like tonight was kind of we had emotionally charged moments in this support group, and I think it just is a testament to how safe this room really is. That, you know, sometimes with loss, and we are devastated by the loss our community experienced, I think it's important to remember, stay. And to Kyle's point, levels. I mean, I think it's a really good question. I feel like sort of like the concept of like complacency is really like a challenge or a call to action on us. So for those of us that really hold him near and dear in our hearts, to remember that, to go back to doing the thing that, you know, originally brought us here, would be a slap in his face. Slap in his face. So don't use no matter what. Some days I think like perseverance might just look like don't use, and that's okay. True. And that might be the hardest thing that day. But I think sometimes those moments get fewer and fewer, at least in my experience. What happens is reminders to those emotions that we can't handle appropriately in our sobriety, like grief and loss, where You know, sometimes we do, unfortunately, demonstrate that there's work to do when we blame. We take this pain and we shift it onto someone else, and the definition of blame, the definition, of blame is a way to discharge pain. So my hope is that, like, if you're experiencing that, like, or you are a recipient of blame, it's okay. It's okay. It has nothing to do with you.
That's true.
So I think it's a testament to the safe space that this place is, and it's sacred to me. And I think it's awesome. Even though, you know, asking a question with 2 minutes left, I'll let you slide. I'm kidding. But that's a really good question. Really good question.
I want to add to this real quick, and then we'll stop. When I think of perseverance, I'll go back to the building for a second. We got this building, and when we got it, the current owner said to me, you guys have 1 year to figure it out financially, or you'll lose it or whatever. You got 1 year. So we had no money. There were 3 people out here at the time receiving services. One of those people is still sober, has completed a half Ironman, and is now licensed in the field and doing very well based on what he learned here. And I'm proud of them for doing that. The other 2 people, I'm not sure. 2 months into being here, the lady of the current owner came to me and said, you got 1 month to buy this building because I have to sell it. And right away I'm like, okay, we've had a level of success, if you ask, by getting it. That's successful. You get hit with life's hardships. I'm like, oh my God, everything we work for is gonna be gone because I don't have any money. How am I gonna do this? And I asked one person, I need some help. And because of that one person's kindness, who has known me since I was 5 years old, they bought this building for us and said, go make it happen. And we have. That's perseverance. That's not blaming somebody for, you said you would give me whatever, this is your fault that we're gonna lose this. I said, thanks for the 2 months that you gave us. Now what am I gonna do to get the other 10 to keep this thing going? And we did. In that, showed me perseverance and support will bring success every time. With respect to the person with Red, and I'll say his name, it's interesting how we had, I'm going to go with what Emily said there, thank God we have an environment that is conducive to love and care to allow somebody to speak their opinion. I wish they would have stuck around because they could hear what I'm saying now with this. There was an email thread going around in Los Angeles about Red because we had somebody from LA here who met Red and thought he was a great guy and actually offered Red an opportunity to go out to LA and just experience California, hang out, learn some stuff, maybe take a break, whatever. He sent that email thread out to some people that nobody here knows, some people that I've met, some people that I don't know, and the kindness and love and compassion that was shown in that email to Red by people he never even knew was unbelievable. And I really wish they could have heard me talk about this, because that's some of the stuff that through perseverance on some of the things that we're working on, Red's name is going to be used in some of those things. Maybe not by name, but by situation that's relative to many other people. Because that's what this whole thing is about. Knowledge, energy, and love. So regardless of what form of negativity is going on, I prefer to keep doing that in the way we do it. And again, what someone does with it or what they don't do with it is not our problem. It's their choice. One brings consequences and one brings a lot of benefits. Which one do you want to do? Right? Thanks for coming, everybody. We got a closing poem to read, right?
I'm Scotty, guys. I'm going to read 5 short chapters. 1, I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in, I'm lost, I'm hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. 2, I walk down the same street, there is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I'm see it. I've fallen again. I can't believe I am in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. 3, walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. 4, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. 5, I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you.